Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is the last step of our Italian mobility. It's been a great pleasure to work with all the colleagues, all the teachers, all the students from Spain, Poland, Turkey, and Italian as well. This is our mobility for our project, Erasmus Plus project, Be an Artist to Save the Planet. You already know the project. Our most important objective is to raise people's consciousness for the importance of taking care of our planet. So that's why we're here today. So we've been working so hard on video making, because video making is the artistic channel that we chose here in Italy to give our environmental message. So we prepared lots of videos, and we will show these videos during our TV newscast, okay? So now I'm gonna translate into Italian for the audience, okay? Buongiorno a tutti, grazie per essere qui. Questo è l'ultimo step di questa mobilità italiana, no? Dopo essere stati in Spagna e dopo le altre che prima delle altre che ci attendono. La mobilità riguarda il videomaking, che è il canale artistico che abbiamo scelto per la mobilità qua in Italia, per trasmettere il messaggio, che è l'obiettivo principale poi del progetto Be an Artist to Save the Planet, il messaggio appunto della salvaguardia del nostro pianeta. Quindi abbiamo preparato tanti video, che sono come delle notizie, che vi presenteremo durante un telegiornale. We are going to give you some news from our planet Earth. Spanish students worked on international news. So they're going to tell us about what is going on around the world. Polish students worked on sports news, so they are gonna tell us how the climate change can affect sports practice as well. Turkish students had to deal with the weather. You know, weather nowadays is crazy, so it was a hard task for them. And of course, Italian students will give us some news about Senigallia, their local news. So we're going to tell you something about our sea pollution. Allora, gli spagnoli hanno preparato un video sulle news internazionali, quindi ci diranno che cosa succede a livello ambientale in giro per il mondo. Gli studenti polacchi hanno organizzato una notizia per quanto riguarda lo sport, quindi come il cambiamento climatico può incidere sull'attività sportiva, e i ragazzi turchi invece hanno preparato le previsioni meteo, e come vediamo tutti recentemente non sono più prevedibili, e quindi vedrete che ci racconteranno di questo meteo impazzito. There will be a last video as well, a cultural news, where we'll give you finally some good news, because we are going to tell you about our beauties, the beauties of each country that took part in this project. Beauties, natural beauties, wonderful cities, wonderful food. It's the cultural news. Quindi mostreremo anche la notizia finale, che è quella culturale, che quindi vogliamo chiudere con delle belle notizie, non solo brutte. Perché ogni paese che ha partecipato al progetto ha tantissimo da mostrare, bellezze naturali, magnifiche città e aspetti culturali come ad esempio il cibo locale. So here with us as an audience, there's class 2C. Good morning, everybody. They are the class that is working on this project here at Marchetti School. But all the other students of our school are watching us, the live streaming online. So good morning, everybody. There is a member of our council representing the city. Good morning, Mr. Pizzi. And so now it's time to start. So I give the floor to our reporters. I hope you'll enjoy. Goodbye.
Today's reports are all about our environment, our climate, and the way they are changing.
It's a matter of fact that pollution, climate warming, and other human activities are destroying our planet.
Let's hear from our Spanish colleagues reporting for us some international news about animal trafficking, a giant coral reef, and much more.
Good morning.
This is Tarragona's news.
We are going to explain you international news about environment.
There we go.
Pollution in all oceans in the world is reaching extraordinary levels, but it's my duty to inform the contrary. Scientists from United States of America made a super enzyme that destroys plastic not one or two. Now it's 6 times faster than pus. This enzyme works by shedding its rays 10,000 powerful than sun and break down the molecules of plastics. Which means we are more properly than a future without plastics. It is Alejandra Salvador, Institut Sant Pere i Sant Pau, Tarragona.
If I tell you to think of endangered animals, which ones do you think of? Probably one of them is the panda bear. Let me tell you that you should change this idea because nowadays panda bears are out of danger of extinction. In the last 30 years, the population of panda bear has doubled due to restrictions against illegal hunting and tree limitations. Another animal that is out of danger of extinction is the Iberian lynx. After the effort of repopulation of this species, expectations has been exceeded, and the Iberian lynx is officially out of danger of extinction. Juan Cerdana Mezcua, Institut Sant Pere i Sant Pau, Tarragona.
Animal trafficking is still in force. A few days in Balcarce, autonomous city of Buenos Aires, has been discovered breaking current regulations. Animal trafficking now is the third most profitable illegal business in the world. Wildlife trafficking collects $180 million per year, and only one species out of 10 that are traded survive. The Environmental Control Brigade discovered this problem, and they are taking care of those animals and their places of origin. So this is good news. I am Santiago Manzorro of Institut Sant Pere i Sant Pau in Tarragona.
The Arctic refuge has eventually saved. President Joe Biden has just revoked one of Trump's agreements on oil and gas extraction in the so-called Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, a protected area of extraordinary biodiversity in Alaska. A few years ago, before the end of his mandate, President Barack Obama stressed the ban on the extraction of oil fields in the Arctic Ocean. After his mandate had ended, President Trump revoked and made an agreement to open the National Refuge to hydrocarbons, as they considered it created jobs and generated incomes for the state. The announced decision was that Biden decided to ban the extraction of oil again because natural treasures are essential in culture. To sum up, while President Barack Obama ruled the USA established a law to protect biodiversity, later on, President Trump rejected this law and allowed the full companies the extraction of oil. Eventually, President Biden reestablished Obama's law to protect biodiversity in the Arctic Ocean. This is good news. Alejandra Rivera, Institut Sant Pere i Sant Pau, Tarragona.
The world has many things to discover. Some things are good for the humanity and others are harmful. And each discovery gives us hope for others in the future. This is an exception. In the coast of Tahiti, they found a reef that measures up to 30 meters large. This reef contains corals in the form rows which measure 2 meters in diameter. This means that there are more reefs of big size. But why is it important for humans? Because these reefs can help the medical investigations and from sustainability view, it can protect from the coast, erosion and the tsunamis.
And that's all, friends. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Spanish colleges. Very interesting from lots of different places all over the world, from Tahiti to Buenos Aires.
Environmental problems are indeed undeniable and evident everywhere. They affect our oceans and forests, the poles and the equator.
But they might also have consequences in smaller context in our everyday life, in our eating habit.
That's true. We have got, as instance, some important local news about how sea pollution is affecting life in Senigallia, a small island town by the sea.
Hello everybody. We here at the beach in Senigallia, in front of our beautiful Adriatic Sea.
Senigallia is a medium-sized town in the center of Italy. It is situated in a region called Marche, in the province of Ancona. It's a port town on the Adriatic coast. This port is located at the mouth of the river Misa.
The sea and the river are very important for Senigallia. They provide the city with lots of local products and tourism.
But our sea and our river have been deteriorating in recent years. In fact, water pollution is affecting water all over the world, and our poor sea is not an exception. Listen to what two of the greatest Italian scientists say about water pollution.
Water pollution is a growing problem in today's world. Our oceans are being flooded with two main types of pollution, chemical and trash.
Marine trash includes all human products, most of them plastic. For example, shopping bags, beverage bottles, cigarette butts, bottle caps and fishing gear.
Plastic waste is very problematic because it's so long-lasting. Plastic items can take hundreds of years to decompose, so please don't throw the plastic away.
Please reduce your use of plastic.
Recycle the plastic you use.
We must stop it, we are destroying the planet.
Our oceans are full of plastic, girls.
The animals are dying.
Well, we got some problems with our connection.
Well, we were talking about sea pollution. Obviously, marine pollution is a problem here in Senigallia as well. Sorry, we still have some interference. Now let's talk with someone who knows the problems of sea pollution.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you a fisherman?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been living in Senigallia?
I lived here since I was born 65 years.
Has the sea changed over the year?
Yes, of course. It was very clean when I was a little kid, but now evolved.
And what about the fish?
When I was young, there was a lot of wonderful local fish, but now it's almost all gone. I can only catch these new kinds of fish.
What kind of fish are you talking about?
Wait a moment. Here you are. I call it tin can fish, and I've got others.
the bottle fish, the shopping bag fish.
What a saying. The plastic we use every day ends up in the sea. The fish often eat it. In this way, the plastic becomes part of the food that humans eat. Let's see how the local eating habits have changed. Hi.
Hello.
What are you eating?
Oh, look. Today I have some fish. I start with spaghetti and seafood, and then I have wonderful mixed fish grill.
It doesn't look tasty.
That's why we must protect our sea. We must preserve our environment.
We must protect all creatures and our health.
Let's start doing something good for our planet.
It's up to us!
Paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
Thank you there, Italian colleagues. Your scientists are quite weird, but they are right. We shouldn't use plastic anymore.
I completely agree with you. Plastic can not only be the cause of countless damages to our environment, but can also interfere with our sports practice.
Believe it or not, climate change makes it difficult for sports people to reach their goals. Have you ever tried ice skating with no ice?
Well, it's time for sports news then. Let's hear from our pollution reporters who are telling us about all the problems sports people have to face nowadays.
Good morning, welcome in Poland's Sport News.
Ski jumping. We can observe a decline in the front of Polish jumpers. Could this fact have been influenced by the powerful hurricane winds and storms that have activated recently? It turns out that not only natural fumes cause this. Also, inflatable bottles and plastic bags significantly obstructed the visibility of the ski jump, making it impossible to land. If it weren't for the Batman, the competition would have to be cancelled.
Swimming. A new freestyle swimming championship has been announced. The winner is the competitor who passes the ubiquitous floating rubbish by. Look how difficult it is to swim among the plastic bags that restrain their movements. Attention, attention, where is Nemo? We don't see him either. Ah, there it is, among the rubbish. Let's not be like Doris, let's sort the rubbish out.
Ice skating. The warm-up of famous skaters before competing in the Olympic Games. May this not be the only opportunity to take advantage of winter sports on ice, because the climate is getting warmer and in a moment there will be no more ice, even in Antarctica. And even the penguins from Madagascar on such a cardboard will not make a perfect slide.
Running. The competitors run out in heavily polluted air. Smoke occurs more and more often and lasts longer and longer. Think about how difficult it is for them to breathe, run and jump over obstacles. Even the genie from Aladdin's lamp would not blow this smoke. It can be a very embarrassing situation.
Bowling. If we continue to produce so much rubbish and pollute our planet, this match may end in the age of cavemen, where Fred Flintstone will be the quarterback.
Basketball. How long are we going to play with our planet? Will we win the match for Earth and live in a clean environment? Let's learn from Bugs Bunny, as in a Space Jam movie, not to quarterback our only planet, our home, because we can easily lose it forever.
Thank you, dear Polish colleagues. You will show us how pollution and climate change could have an effect on many different aspects of our life.
But what is climate change? It is defined as a phenomenon of climate transformations characterized by the changes in the usual climate of the planet.
In other words, global climate is going crazy. We can't predict how the weather is going to be like any longer.
That's why we need weather forecasts. Our Turkish reports have tried to explain what's going on in Europe, but it wasn't easy.
Good afternoon, I'm Zekaria from Channel 3. Let's look at our 5-day weather so we connect Elif to learn weather in Poland.
Thank you, Zekaria. Well, not a lot of surprise this week. We are gonna have some hikes in the mid to upper 70s, and the temperature will go down to 15 degrees. Let's look at the nation. We've been tracking a small cold front that is been moving in from the northwest, here and so. Okay, it sounds as though the cold front has expanded in size, and you can see that here. Okay, it looks like it is continuing to grow. Look at that. Let's see how this will affect the 5-day forages in Poland. Hikes will be in the upper 10s with lows in negative 40s starting the mid of week, and if you look on Wednesday, there is a slight risk of death. It will snow and freeze all week. Snow has just begun. You see this display from my house garden.
Oh my, thank you Elif Su. Let's see how the weather is in Spain.
Good afternoon. If you look on the map, wow, okay, it looks like cold front has really gained some momentum in Spain. It appears that a storm has started to gather as well, but fortunately, it doesn't look too serious. It's actually becoming a little serious. It seems that hail is starting to fall out a millimeter in diameter. Okay, it seems our initial estimate was a little off there, more the size of basketballs. The pieces of ice the size of basketballs are falling from the sky, so that's pretty serious. Everyone should probably be taking refuge under concrete structures, just fast as humanly possible.
Ok, let's check the weather in Italy.
Good afternoon. The temperature will be around 70 degrees this week. Okay, it will go down to 20 degrees towards the end of this week. Okay, and now we have a tornado. No, 2 tornadoes. No, 17 tornadoes which are hurling around Italy. The tornadoes have moved it so that it's literally raining cats and dogs. Okay, it sounds like an earthquake has started as well. That's infinite teaming we are getting word now. Okay, yes. Italy has broken off and it's starting to float away. Okay, we have decided that volcanics are erupting, so let's look at the 5 forests and well. See, the temperatures once still fluctuating, but chances of death have stabilized at about 99 poisonous. So going back to the map, here sweet glory.
Okay, quick update on the hail station in Spain. Good news?
Yeah, good news. The ice particles have shrunk down now the size of baseballs. Oh, never mind. They are now enormous Volkswagen Beetle-sized of pieces of ice, and they are covered in long spikes.
We are in Turkey now. Reyhan?
Good afternoon. Let's go back to map for Turkey. We are gonna see a few changes. Expect high in upper 40s with low down to 10 degrees in Turkey. So each night I want to break out the heavy blanket again this week. Okay, wait. Oh my God. It seems that a storm and cold front have clashed violently, and how we have a flood warning and a fire warning. Look at that. I'm not sure these two can be happening at the same time. Okay, it appears that the flood weather is the thing that is actually on fire. Apparently, the flood destroyed 15 gas stations, so about how the flood is now composed of gasoline and oil. The fire and flood are traveling together at untold speed, so we encourage everyone in the area to quickly move to higher ground. The flood fire, which we are referring to as the flyer, as this has destroyed several cities. No, cancel. That we've just been instructed to tell everyone to evacuate to Europe. No, never mind, they are coming to Turkey.
Oh my, we have confirmation that this is the end of the world. So we get information that there is more crazy weather coming next week, and that's it. That's all our fault. As global temperature increase because of climate change, pollution and consumerism, we are going to see increased chance of severe weather events such as droughts, tornadoes, storms and heavy rains.
Wow, what a mess. The situation on our planet made this seem desperate, but we don't have to disgrace.
Yes, humankind has made lots of mistakes, but we've done millions of good things as well.
The world is still full of natural beauties, wonderful cities, kind relationship among human beings, built on peace, brotherhood and shared cultures.
Look at our last cultural news. All of our Erasmus reporters are gonna show us some best aspects of their countries. Enjoy them!
Rome is the capital of Italy. It's located on the banks of the river Tiber, with wonderful palaces and monuments, more than 900 churches, one romantic ruins and 208 fountains. Rome has a very rich historical heritage and cosmopolitan atmosphere, with so many signs and things to do. Rome is one of the world's most visited and beautiful capital cities.
The Colosseum is the biggest Roman amphitheater in the world. It's almost 2,000 years old, and it only took 8 years old to build. The site is twice as long as a football field. It was used by Roman emperors to offer to the Roman shows and games with gladiator battles, sometimes including with animals, such as the elephant and tigers. It's one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. It's the most famous church in Rome. According to tradition, this church contained the grave of Peter. The basilica is the residence of the Pope in the Ministry of Vatican City. You can climb its 491 stairs to the top of the basilica and enjoy the beautiful view of Rome.
The highlight of the Vatican Museum is a visit to Cappella Sistina. The beautiful ceiling was painted in the 16th century by Michelangelo. It portrays the story of creation, the great flood, and other scenes. The Cappella Sistina is also where the cardinals meet when electing a pope. When a pope is being elected, white smoke comes from the chapel's chimney.
This is the most famous fountain in the world. People throw coins in the fountain and following old Roman tradition, they make a wish according to legend. The person who throws the coin will one day return to Rome. Did you throw 2 coins into the fountain? You will find your love in Rome. Every week the fountain is treated and a large portion of the coins is donated to a charity that helps poor families.
Now I'm going to tell you sometime about the most famous Italian food, pizza. To make the dough, mix the flour, yeast and salt together in a large bowl and stir in the olive oil and the water, mixing well to form a soft dough. Knead in a front of few minutes and leave it to rise for a couple of hours. Divide the dough into 4 bowls. Transfer the dough to the pizza pan.
Spread some tomato sauce and top with your favorite toppings: mozzarella cheese, ham, tuna, salmon, olives, mushroom, sausages, artichokes, or any other vegetables. Bake the pizza in the oven for 10-12 minutes. It's so good. It's my favorite food.
The Monte Sibillini National Park is located across the region of Marche and Umbria. It's the region's largest park, spreading over 40 kilometers of mountain peaks. Monte Vettore is the highest mountain in the region. It's the perfect sport nature lovers and those who enjoy a wide range of leisure activity in all season. Trekking is a favorite activity throughout the Monte Sibillini area. The park is also a haven for rock climbing, horseback riding, mountain biking and skiing in the winter season. The park is famous for its stunning landscapes and animals including the fox, the wolf and the deer, 150 kinds of birds such as the golden eagle. The park is also rich in abbeys, monasteries, churches, towers and castles. The park has got outstanding natural sights, including the vast upland plains, which are a mass of flowers in the spring. The most impressive is Piano Grande below the village of Castelluccio, famous across Italy for its lentils. In May and June, this expanse of trails plateau becomes a carpet of beautiful wildflowers.
Coast of the Baltic Sea. The characteristic elements of the Baltic Sea coast landscape include white and sandy beaches, the largest area of moving dunes in Europe in Łeba Słowiński National Park, and cliffs, the cities of Gdańsk, Gdynia and Sopot, where the famous pier is located, are worth seeing. It is also worth visiting Malbork, a huge Teutonic castle. Mazury, land of 1,000 lakes. There are over 2,500 lakes and a lot of rivers in this area. The biggest crowds are attracted by Śniardwy Lake, the largest lake in Poland, and Lake Mamre.
Warsaw, the capital and largest city of Poland. The most interesting tourist attraction in Warsaw include the old town with the royal castle, inscribed on the UNESCO list, the Copernicus Science Center, the Warsaw Uprising Museum, Łazienki Królewskie Park, and the Wilanów Palace, the National Stadium, and many others. Warsaw is a particularly important city for Poles, mainly because of its old history. Warsaw, after World War II, was destroyed in almost 85%. Immediately after the end of the war, the city began an intensive reconstruction of the historic center based on original plans.
Mountains. The Tatra Mountains and the Beskid Mountains are the most popular mountains in Poland. The Tatras are the highest mountains in our country. The highest peak in Poland is Rysy, 2,499 meters above the sea level. In addition, the park, which is the national one, has over 600 caves, a lot of glacial lakes and waterfalls. Inhabitants of the Tatra Mountains and the surrounding area are called the Highlanders. They have kept their traditional customs and costumes, and their houses have a characteristic appearance.
Kraków, entered on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Here you can see the Wawel Castle, which was the seat of Polish kings, and the historic district Kazimierz, the old Jewish quarter. In Wieliczka we have a rock salt mine, not only in Poland but also in the world, inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Today this place is only available for sightseeing. In the underground chambers you will find not only a restaurant but also a ballroom where various events are organized from time to time.
Wrocław is one of the most picturesque cities in Poland, but it was not always a Polish city. Over the centuries, Wrocław belonged to many parts of Europe, from the Kingdom of Bohemia through Prussia to Germany. There is also the Centennial Hall, which is on the UNESCO list, one of the most important works in the architecture world of 20th century. established in 1913, the oldest zoological garden in Poland, is located in Wrocław too. When taking a walk around the city, you can look for Wrocław dwarfs, over 350 tiny bronze elf figures that can be found throughout the city and are hidden around the corners of buildings, on sidewalks and by street lamps.
The Silesian upland, the rich hard coal deposits contributed to the development of industry in the Silesian upland. There is an urban industrial landscape in the Silesian upland. It is dominated by urban areas, factories and mines. The development of industry in the Silesian upland led to a major transformation and pollution of the natural environment. The native inhabitants of the Silesian upland are Silesians. Traditionally, they were miners. The most recognizable elements of their culture include the Silesian dialect and the ceremonial celebration of Barburka, and the dish of Silesian cuisine, Katowice. The capital of Silesia, which is famous for Nikiszowiec, a historic mining estate that was the background for many films. You can taste real Silesian pastries here and even eat a Silesian dinner. Spodek. This is one of the most famous sports and entertainment halls in Poland. Numerous sport events and concerts take place here. The Silesian Museum, since 2015, this institution is located in a modern complex of a closed mine. Dolina Trzech Stawów. It is a magnificent recreation and sports complex and a good place to rest from the hustle and bustle of the city. Teatr Śląski, the place with the largest drama stage in the region. Katowice, the capital of Silesia, which is famous for Nikiszowiec, a historic mining estate that was for the background for many films. You can taste real Silesian pastries here and even eat Silesian dinner. Spodek. This is one of the most famous sports and entertainment halls in Poland. Numerous sports events and concerts take place here. The Silesian Museum. Since 2015, this institution is located in a modern complex of a closed mine. Dolina Trzech Stawów. It is a magnificent recreation and sports complex and a good place to rest from the hustle and bustle of the city. Teatr Śląski, the place with the largest drama stage in a region.
The Devil's Bridge. The legends tell that a girl tired of going through the middle of the forest every day to get water made a pact with the devil, a bridge in exchange for her soul. The devil had only one night to make the bridge. There was only one stone left to finish the bridge, but the first ray of sun came out, so the girl kept her soul and the bridge.
Human towers. A human tower is a tower with several parts. It is a very important tradition from Catalonia. There are different groups of human towers, called colles castelleres. Each group has got a different color for the clothes. They spend the whole year rehearsing for the human contest and also to celebrate important events.
Sacred Families Cathedral. The Sagrada Familia is an important cathedral located in Barcelona. Its importance is because it is the home of Jesus of Nazareth and his parents Mary and Joseph. It is more than a cathedral for Christians because it is their home. A curious fact is that the Cathedral of Barcelona will be finished in 2026 as planned, and it has been under construction since 1882. It was designed by Antoni Gaudí, who was a very important Catalan architect.
Typical food from Catalonia. First food, bread with tomato. This food is a typical appetizer from Catalonia. It is a piece of bread spread with tomato. Second food, omelette with potato. This food is also typical from Catalonia. It's made with eggs, a slice of potatoes, and onion.
Third food, paella. This is a typical food from Spain. There are 6 types of paella. Meat paella, seafood paella, Valencian paella, mixed paella, white paella,
and lobster paella. Fourth food, calçots or spring onions. It is another typical food from Catalonia. These spring onions are made in the fire with a special sauce called romesco. This sauce is made with hazelnuts, tomato, garlic, and pepper.
Let's talk about the beauties of Turkey. Turkey is a country that occupies a unique geographic position, lying partly in Asia and partly in Europe. Throughout its history, it has acted as both a barrier and a bridge between continents. Turkey is one of the most popular tourist destinations and is a huge open-air museum. Our friends will introduce us some of the cities. Natural beauties are local foods in Turkey. Let's start with Afyonkarahisar.
Afyonkarahisar, Afyon Castle. Here is Afyon Castle. It is the symbol of city. When you go to Afyon, don't leave without seeing Afyon Castle. Phrygian Rally. One of the most mystic locations of Turkey is Phrygian Rally. There are masterpieces of art such as lion burial chambers, columned burial chambers, and the church carved in the rock. King Road is the longest straight road of Phrygians. There are lots of museums and mosques in the city. They are worth visiting. Afyon Mevlevihanesi was used for religious ceremonies called Sema. Here they wear their traditional clothes. Afyonkarahisar houses are unique with their architecture. Kocatepe is the place where great offensive and administered by the great commander Mustafa Kemal. There are some of the natural beauties of Afyonkarahisar: national parks, fairy chimneys, Lake Haber. We strongly suggest you try some delicious foods such as Turkish delight, cream, hashash, sucuk.
Istanbul has ancient and diverse history as a meeting point between Asia and Europe. Istanbul is rich in cultural heritage, and the historical peninsula of the city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are a lot of delicious food in Istanbul that you cannot find in any other city of the world. Grilled fish sandwich, kokoreç, kumpir are some of the food you can eat and drink. Traditions Turkish tea, Turkish delight, chestnut, simit, lokma, pide, döner, İskender kebabı are just a few of the flavors to test. After a big dinner, you should have a cup of coffee. If you wanna buy souvenirs, you can buy traditions handicraft. You can find churches and mosques side by side in Istanbul. There are so many historical places to visit. Sultanahmet Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapı Palace, Grand Bazaar, Galata Tower, Maiden Tower are some of them. You can also find a cultural event like theater, operas, musicals, and dance shows.
Today, I'm gonna take you Pamukkale to a wonder of planet Earth. When you approach from a distance, you might think Pamukkale is snow hill or even a glacier. But look closer, you will notice the true wonder of Mother Nature. Pamukkale's waters are rich in calcium carbonate, making the floors of the pools as soft as cotton. Actually, the translation of Pamukkale is Cotton Castle. It is not just another spring, it is a geological marvel. People from around the world have come to Pamukkale for its healing and therapeutic effects. White Infinity Pond, clear blue water, and the magnificent ruins of Hierapolis will all make your experience in Pamukkale magical.
Lake Salda. This is Lake Salda, due to its white sand beaches and crystal clear waters. It's also known Maldives of Turkey. The reason is why the sand is unbelievably white is extremely high magnesium content, which is only found in one or two other places in the world and on the surface of Mars. This lake is one of 5 cleanest lakes in the entire world and deepest freshwater lake in Turkey.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys, you did a great job. And now they are going to sing a song which is the anthem of our Erasmus Plus project, Be an Artist to Save the Planet. The song is We're in It Together. And they are going to dance a song called Madre Tierra. I hope you'll enjoy this. Enjoy, guys.
Debes brindar amor para después pedir. Hay que perdonar para poder seguir. Recuerda que tenemos solo un viaje de ida y hay que darle gracias siempre a la vida, a la vida, a la vida, a la vida. Oye, abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas sepas dónde vas. Recuerde dónde vienes y qué bien te sentirás. Siempre que llueve escampa son consejos de mamá. Y con la bendición de tus ancestros llegarás. Tambor, tambor, tambor que llama tambor. Tambor, tambor, tambor de mi madre tierra. Tambor, tambor, tambor que llama tambor. Tambor, tambor, tambor de mi madre tierra. Oye, abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas buenas que tiene la vida. Abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas buenas que tiene la vida. Caer es permitido y levantarse es obligado. No tienes piedras al vecino si de cristal es tu tejado. Pero que ladra, no te asustes, nunca te morderá. Que con la bendición de tus ancestros llegarás. Tambor, tambor, tambor que llama tambor. Tambor, tambor, tambor de mi madre tierra. Tambor, tambor, tambor que llama tambor. Tambor, tambor, tambor de mi madre tierra. Oye, abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas buenas que tiene la vida. Abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas. La la la, la la la la la, la la la, la la la la la, la la la, la la la la la, la la la. Oye, abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas buenas que tiene la vida. Abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba, disfruta las cosas.
Clap your hands for yourself. And I would like to thank our head teacher for supporting our project since the very beginning. And I would like to thank all my colleagues here at Marchetti, starting from the most important for this project, Claudia and Cristina, Claudia Del Moro, Cristina Danieli. They helped me a lot, and I'd like to thank other colleagues, all the colleagues from the European board, the art colleague, the art teacher, Andrea Bastianoni, who made all our scenography. All, yes, they're saying, no, he didn't make the scenography. The students made them, yes, you're right. Yes, all the students here at Marchetti, some of them worked on many details. And I'd like to thank other colleagues, such as, yes, all the music colleagues. They helped us with the rehearsing of the dancing and the song. And yes, I'm probably forgetting someone. Simonetta Leonardi, Simonetta Sanseverinati, and many others, Antonella Diamantini. Thank you all. Thank you all. And now I would like to give you the participation certificates for having taken part here to this wonderful mobility. So, first group, Turkish people, Turkish group, come here. All of you, please. Come closer. Okay. The teachers as well, yes, please. Okay. Yusuf, that's for you. Zakaria. Alif Su. Here you are. Damla. You're welcome. Ryan. You're welcome. Ice. Oh, sorry. Ice. You're welcome. And Pinar. You're welcome. Thank you everybody for being here. Okay, thank you. Now it's, yes, the Spanish group. Please come. Okay. All here. Well, Carla, you're welcome. Alejandra, here you are. Iris, you're welcome. Santiago, you're welcome. Juan, Alicia, thank you. And Marta, you're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Yes, now Polish. Come closer, guys. Okay, Julia, here you are, you're welcome. Justina, Rafael, Victor, here you are. Gabriel, Agatha, and Joanna. Now the Italian students, please come here, guys. Your turn. Arianna, thank you, Arianna. You're welcome. Gianmarco, Stella, Clarice, Giorgia. Thank you, guys. Yes, come here for a photo. Come. Claudia, come here. All together. Oh, thank you. Okay, that's it. It's over. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thank to all the audience. And see you to the next mobility that will be in Poland. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.